80,000 newtons of thrust, pointed sideways to the trajectory, aligned with the object's sideways acceleration within half a degree. The dominant jet on 3I Atlas now reads like a steering thruster. This is the blueprint. A Sentinel network investigation. Frank Laukien proposed the geometry on a Medium blog in January. Bo-André formalized the math on arXiv in March. Avi Loeb measured the match 6 days ago. None of it went through Elsevier. On April 8th, we counted. Elsevier owns Icarus and 6 other major venues covering this science. They published 2 papers on 3I Atlas in 10 months. The rest of the field published 30. Editors at the Research Notes Journal demanded Avi Loeb remove the artificial origin hypothesis. Other 3I Atlas work was rejected as limited interest. Then around March 20th, the entire field went silent. The blackout hit at the precise moment our Jupiter predictions became testable. On January 19th, Avi Loeb published a Medium post. He asked if 3 jets at 120-degree separation were a technological signature. His co-founder Frank Laukien had worked the geometry alone. Standard satellite thrusters come in pairs, 6 total for full control. But 3I Atlas rotates every 7.1 hours. Thrusters along that rotation axis are wasted. The minimum collapses to 3 + 1 = 4. 3 in the spin plane, 1 axial. The 4th is the anti-tail. Laukien's conjecture did not appear in any Elsevier journal. It did not appear in any peer-reviewed venue. It appeared on a Medium blog with 148,000 followers. Bo-André is a senior data scientist at the World Bank in Geneva. His paper runs 44 pages. Personal email for correspondence, no funding, no institutional sponsorship. The math addresses one question. What is the minimum thruster count to steer a rotating body? The answer is 3, spaced at exactly 120 degrees. Any other spacing degrades performance. A misaligned configuration drops authority by 48%. For 3-dimensional steering, add a 4th thruster on the spin axis. 3 + 1 = 4. There is no smaller minimum. André specifies the operational window. The architecture works for rotation periods between 5 and 20 hours. 3I Atlas rotates at 7.1 hours. The math also predicts the axial thruster aligns with the Sun. Independent observers measured the spin axis aligned within 20 degrees of sunward. On page 28, after the disclaimer about World Bank views, one sentence names 2 people. André thanks Avi Loeb. He acknowledges Frank Laukien for insights that inform the work. The Scarmato and Loeb paper is 6 pages, dated April 16th. They took Hubble images from late November. They computed the directions of the non-gravitational acceleration. They projected those directions onto the sky. Then they compared each direction to each jet. Jet 2 aligned with the sideways direction within half a degree. They converted the dust brightness to mass. Then mass to thrust, 80,100 newtons. The dominant jet is a steering jet. A clean spinning body has 1 clock. A wobbling body has 2. 2 clocks produce additional apparent clocks at their sum and their difference. 3I Atlas shows 3 jet periods. 1 equals the sum of the other 2 to 4 significant figures. In March, André predicted this signature. 2 distinct periodicities producing sum and different sidebands. 6 weeks later, the observers measured it. The authors predict a partner clock at 15.81 hours. If it shows up, the architecture holds. Frank Laukien is more than a Galileo Project co-founder. He is CEO of Bruker Corporation. Annual revenue near $3 billion. bachelor's from MIT, doctorate from Harvard. His company builds superconducting cables for fusion reactors. He is also executive chairman of Gauss Fusion, a European venture commercializing magnetic confinement fusion power plants. Goal: a gigawatt-class fusion plant by 2045. His Bruker division is a founding industrial partner. Our prior briefings clocked deuterium enriched methane on 3I Atlas. The level was 14 times the value found on Comet 67P. That isotope ratio is what fusion reactors run on. The man who proposed the propulsion architecture builds the magnets that confine deuterium plasma. Across 35 briefings, we built the architecture piece by piece. The chemical map, the 34 Kelvin storage temperature, the deuterium ratio, the mass budget at 93% carbon dioxide, the harmonic rotation. The piece missing was the formal control specification. The new papers added. The sunward anti-tail is the fourth thruster. It points at the sun. It has been the central anomaly of 3I Atlas since January. Andre's math says outward thrust on the radial line counteracts inward gravity. The anti-tail has a function. 5 Jupiter predictions remain mostly pending. Sustained water production is partially confirmed. Spectral mode reconfiguration is partially confirmed. The other 3 await post-Jupiter observation. The blackout makes that data slower to surface. 3I Atlas is now functionally unobservable. It cleared Jupiter's Hill sphere on March 16th. The journal pipeline went silent at the same moment. The architectural specification got built anyway. On arXiv. From a personal World Bank account. On Medium. Here is the Sentinel Network's assessment. The conjecture is in print. The proof is in print. The measurement is in print. The pipeline that should have published this work was structurally absent. The man whose January conjecture started it runs a fusion company. The record stays. The full briefing is on Substack. Link in the description. Keep looking up.